Hello, my name is Olivia Magnol, and this is my Culturally Responsive Library project. In order to have completed this project, I worked in a preschool classroom for the past few months and used their classroom library to do this research. This picture shows all of the books that I collected to receive my data. This is my audit tool that I use to go through each of the books to come up with my data in relation to gender, race, setting, and disability, sexual orientation, family structure, language, economic diversity, and religion. This is my classroom spreadsheet that I use to collect the same information for my students in my class. The majority of gender in my class came in at female. The majority for race in my class came in at white. And every one of my class lives in the desert. When it comes to the actual data that was collected, this chart shows the difference in gender that I saw in my class library. As you can see, the largest group for gender came in at non-human characters, surprisingly, at 38%, followed closely by female characters at 32%. Males are next at 22%, and non-binary characters came in last at only 8%. The books that I have included on this screen show the majority of gender that was seen in the non-human characters. As for race in my books, not surprisingly, white was the number one at 61%, and this was not too shocking because the majority of my students in my class were also white. Following that is African American characters at 25%, then Asians at 11%, and Latinx at only 3%. My books showed no Arab or Native characters. What really surprised me when it came to the Latinx students. They were the next majority in my class, but we only saw 3% of these types of characters in the 50 books. As for location in my books, this was more spread out, but with suburban being the number one at 60%. However, all of my students lived in the desert, which only came in at 6%. This shows a good window for the students because they can learn what different environments are like and environments that they are not used to and don't live in. Did these books classify as being a mirror to the students or a window? Overall, the list of books that I picked for this project had many good mirrors when it came to race because the majority of the books had white students, which is also the majority of my class. The books were also a mirror for gender because there were a lot of female characters in these books, and my class had a majority of female students. When it came to the location, however, this provided the students with more of a window because the books showed many different types of environments. For a grade when it came to my classroom as a mirror, I would give them a 90%. But when it comes to my classroom as a window, I would say they're lower at around 10 to 15%. And that is my presentation. Thank you so much for watching.